even happening. Eastern medicine is more holistic. They say for that not to happen 10 years, 20 years, 40 years down, this is what you have to do. Then they say instead of taking that bitter medicine, take food. Because the medicine is there in the food. Take it according to what your body needs, not what your desire wants from it. The body needs everything. More things that you take, better. But don't take it according to your desire, according to your hawa, according to your nafs. That's the time your body is going to break down. This body has been designed to last for a very long time. But the food also, as a medicine, is also just one part out of many parts how to keep the body and the mind and the spirit to be healthy. It's just one part. It's not the only part. Then you have to physically work. You cannot be lazy. Sitting down long time gives you sickness. Just sitting long time gives you a sickness. This body is designed for us to be working it hard. And so many, especially people coming from the East, so many of them, that's what our grandfathers, great-grandfathers have been doing for thousands of years. Not having enough to eat and working very hard. And that's how they keep strong. So when we have so many things to eat all the time and you become lazy, it breaks the body down. Mind is something else. The spirit now. What the spirit now? All these things that is happening, it will support the spirit or it will try to bring it down. So you're saying, why these things happening? First we have to know is a disease. Blaming others is a disease. First thing happened, this. For people of tariqat, we have to know that how we are is how we are going to be on Judgment Day. We are blaming other people for everything wrong that is happening, or things wrong that's happening to us, or our ego gets squeezed. This is what we're going to present on Judgment Day to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what majority are going to do. They're going to blame each other. Majority. They're even going to blame their own father and their own mother just to get out from that. They're going to blame everyone but themselves. But that time, you cannot do that. And you realize that you are lost because everything that is happening, you have a fault that is in it, because everything at that time speaks the truth. And if anything, everything at that time, it is going to speak against to you. Your hands will speak against to you. Your eyes, your tongue, your heart, every single part of your body, everything is going to speak the truth. It's not going to hide. And you will know it is the truth. You will read from that book, that time. Yes. They are going to say, read. Iqra. Read. Now start reading in the name of your Lord who created you. You're going to find so many pages. You're not, the things that is there, it is not from the name of Allah and the name of the Creator. Yeah, things that are there is the name of our ego. This is one of the characteristics of the ego, to blame. So you have a sickness, not just for the medicine that you to take. Some people say, just make certain amount of zikr, this is going to go away. Islam is not magic. Tariqat, especially Naqshbandiyya, it is not magic. It is called Jihadul Akbar for a reason. So you know what you must do to stop. But if you're only stopping now without knowing the reason why it's happening, you may stop it today, tomorrow it's going to happen again. Happen again and again and again and again. Like we have our brother here. He's Bayram is taking the medicine just so that he can eat according to the nafs. Although the food there is destroying him. This is not just him, it is us. So many, millions, billions are like this. Taking the medicine just to satisfy their ego. Taking the medicine, you are very sick. You know if you eat that sugar, you're going to die. But taking the medicine just so that they can eat. But why it happens now? What makes a man to know that what it is he's sick from, but to repeat it and not to change? So many things. We just got used to it, that's all. The way we are raised, we got used to it. The way we live our lives, we got used to it. People are supporting us like that. We got used to it. That's why Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, how you live, that's how you're going to die. How you die, that's how you're going to be raised from Judgment Day. So how we want to be raised on Judgment Day, this is coming back to the original of my beginning of the Sohbat. How are we going to be raised on Judgment Day now? Think. Judgment Day, you cannot blame no one. Think. Thinking of death is not just thinking of dying, Think the next step, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. It's taken away from me, I'm watching my body. What's going to happen? They're going to watch. What's going to happen? Every veil is going to be lifted from me now. Now I'm starting to see the reality of it. And I'm starting to see the reality of this asfala safilin, this evil that is surrounding this world. What's going to happen in the grave? What's going to happen in the baqalam? What's going to... Start thinking a little bit. Preparing yourself. I don't like to. Good. Next time do it a little bit more, a little bit more. Get used to it. That time you'll pull the taste away from this dunya too. Then start thinking of death a little bit. That is a reality, and Judgment Day. That is a reality when you are right in the middle of something that is nice, that is happy, that is pleasurable. Think of death. Don't get drunk in that. Think of death. And that pulls you back to that reality, that taste there. It has more taste, but it's not going to be harmful to you. So people get used to it. Because we've been raised that way, we were brought up that way. So many times, we learn it from our parents. They learn it from their parents, learn it from it's inherited. In the old days, at least, they have sheikhs and they have imams that their parents will go and they will kiss their hand and say, please help us. And say, okay, you have this sickness, you have this sickness, you have this sickness. It is inherited. Like some sicknesses is inherited, no? But to break that, then you have to change your life a little bit, change your lifestyle a little bit. You can break it. Of course you can break it. Father has this sickness, the son definitely more open to that. But is it impossible for him to break it? No, it's not. It's very possible. All he has to do is to change this. To change it, to be unstuck, you have to have submission to a doctor. You have to have submission to a sheikh. Then that time, slowly, you will understand why I'm doing it. Sit down and say, why? Why is this? Oh, it's a habit. So many things, so many times it's a habit, meaning you don't even think, you're just doing it. Like what? Like an animal. You don't think why you do, you're just doing it, like an animal. We're not animals, we're Hazrati Insan. So now you're going to put some break a little bit. Before you do it, you're going to hold back a little bit. Because you've done your work, your tafakkur. You've looked into your heart, you're trying to clean it now. Then slowly you're going to understand, okay, now why is this habit coming? Why? You keep going deeper and deeper and deeper a little bit, and you understand, oh, every habit, something that we're doing millions of times without thinking, every habit has a beginning, that one point. That one point, if we understand why we're doing it, we understand then the reason we can break it. Taking the sunnah of Rasulullah ﷺ is not just for people reaching 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. It is when you're children. It is when you're children. If your parents are not following it fully, completely, properly, saying, just 5 times a day pray, run after dunya, you must run, then you're going to find it difficult to understand this adab, these manners. This is the soul, this is the essence of ibadat. You're just going to make the shell of the ibadat, but the adab, it is gone. As the khutbah is saying, Rasulullah is saying, angels will throw it back to our faces. It will beat us with it. So then you're going to understand, okay, I do it because I don't want to be wrong. Why I don't want to be wrong? Because I'm proud. Because I'm so sick of knowing that I'm stupid. And I think it is a bad thing to be stupid. Instead of saying, I'm stupid, I did it. So now I know this, I have to improve. Instead of looking at this as something that you need to improve, you're looking at it as something that is so negative. Oh, because when I was growing up, my brothers used to make fun of me like that. Okay, then you understand. Now you are not 6-year-old boy. Now you're a father. But now you understand that is the first step. Now put that aside. Now deal with it as a man. Maybe when you're a 6-year-old boy, that's all that you can deal with it. You understand? But you are not 6-year-old now. So now you say, okay, it's not a problem admitting. I have to admit, you become cleaner, you become more light, you become more energized. You're not trying to lie to yourself and spending your whole time just lying to yourself. Things that are happening, blame yourself. This is the first step, really, in tariqat, the blameworthy ego. You're going to blame yourself to know what is your part in it. What is your part in it? Is there something there that you're responsible? Yes. Then this is not passive, it's active. Now you're going to go forward. You're going to make a dua. Now you're going to go forward. You're going to do something. Now you're going to go forward. You're going to say at least astaghfirullah. You're very active. You're not just laying back. You understand? And that time your heart will start turning. It'll start opening. You'll start then knowing, because you're knowing yourself. You're knowing why you're doing it. You're knowing your disease. You're knowing what caused that. You become more aware. That is the first step. You become more aware. You cannot be stubborn. You understand? You cannot be stubborn. Now you're going to do that. This is the easy way. The hard way, if you fall into the hands of someone like our Shaykh, then he's going to knock you wall to wall. Easy way, you're not learning it. Hard way, you're going to learn it. He's going to knock you wall to wall until your ego is going to go so crazy and you're going to start denying him. So what kind of a... You understand? You say don't be boastful, but you are this. You say don't be proud, but you are this. Like a man who is sick, you say, saying to the doctor, you say you're a healer, but you're cutting me with a knife. You say you're a healer and you bring comfort, yet you knock me out to make me to be unconscious. Yet you put me into this very severe situation where I cannot do whatever I want. I cannot eat what I want. I cannot walk where I want. What is this? And you can do everything. I cannot. So you're making double standards. You see? Ego goes like that. So, more you're becoming aware, more you can clean. Then you're going to take lesson. You're going to take lesson. Understand that one is doing it like this. What is my part? Because I didn't do this. If anything, first step you have to do, put all blame to yourself first. Because you did the complete opposite for so many years. Now something wrong says, it is my fault. It is my fault. If I'd done this, this would not have happened. If I do it like this, like this, like this, you learn. You start opening up that time. You understand? And inshallah, this is to clean ourselves. This is so that the heart becomes clean and we know. How are you going to know how to clean if you don't know what is cleanliness and what is dirt? If you don't know what is dirty and what is clean, how are you going to clean? You understand? Maybe to your hygienic standards, it's clean, But according to others, they say it's not clean. They say, I just wipe like that, that's clean. That is where? That is maybe your house. But you cannot do like that in a kitchen. You cannot just wipe like that in a restaurant. People will get sick. Definitely you cannot do that in a hospital. You understand? So the standard that we're reaching is a standard that is set by the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba Kiram, the awliya Allah. They are the highest standards. We cannot say we want their high stations, we love their high stations, but we don't want their high standards. We cannot. That is ego. We must reach. Mountain is high. You must climb. You cannot say, I will never be able to do it. Your work is to climb it. You take that one step, they will take 10 steps to you. They can just bring you all the way up. But that's because you are climbing. If you say, I cannot climb, who am I to climb? All sorts of reasons. Then they say, now you're going to be stuck there because your arrogance and your stubbornness stay there. Because your spirit wants to climb. Our spirit wants to climb. Because the spirit is not bound by this gravity. The spirit is always aiming to go higher and higher and higher. And the nafs always wants to bring us down lower and lower and lower to the lowest Jahannam. That's where he wants to. So, understand a little bit, inshallah. The old days, the Shaykh then, okay, that one. You have like that, huh? You like to blame other people. Then the Shaykh is going to put all blame on you. Something happens, says, you're the one to blame. Huh? You did this. He's going to punish you for that. You're going to say, what did I do? I didn't do anything. You're going to speak against? You lost it. It's going to make you now to carry everyone's responsibility now for you to understand. How are we going to be now? To intercede, to help people on the day of judgment that needs help. How are we going to intercede for them if we're still at the level where we're blaming others? Inshallah, we wake up, we understand a little bit. Allah is merciful. Prophet is merciful. They say we make it easy. The highest mountains take steps, small steps, try. Those who say, Ya Rabbi, I want to try a little bit more. I don't want to take one step to you, I want to run to you. You think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to be more merciful to that one? At least have intention. You understand? Inshallah, Allah make it easy for you. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.